Okay, example one, you don't have it in your notes, and I'm not putting anything up here basically because I don't want to waste space in your guys' notes. But example one is just identifying the ordered pairs, and you need to know this for your practice quiz. Just remember, when you're identifying ordered pairs, it's horizontal axis, vertical axis. So if you move right, it's positive, left, it's negative, up, it's positive, down, it's negative. So in this, finding the relation, domain, and range, to identify our relation here, we just list our ordered pairs. So the relation, and it's always brackets. I'm horrible at drawing brackets, I apologize. So our relation here is 2, 1, and then 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, and finally 4, 4. Okay, and that's our relation, every ordered pair in the set. So there's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ordered pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the domain is of our relation, it's every x value. So my domain, the input, the x coordinate, is going to be 2, 3, 4. When you have multiple of the same x value, you still only need to write it once. So there's 2 points with the x value of 2. I just wrote it once here though. And then our range would be your output or your y values. So in this, my range is going to be 1, 2, and 4 is our range. Again, multiple, you don't have to repeat, just write it once. Okay, so that's how you find the relation, identify the relation, the domain, and the range. Let's move on to identifying whether or not it's a function. There's 2 ways we can do this. You can look at your relation, look at the ordered pairs, and know that if I have an x value, if I have multiple x values with different y values, then it is not a function. So in this case, we have 2, 1 that we've already labeled and 2, 4. The same x coordinate, but different y coordinates. Therefore, this is not a function. Example 5. Personally, I think this is the easiest method, using the vertical line test. Take a vertical line, piece of paper, as your piece of paper, a ruler, whatever makes a vertical line, your finger if it's big enough, and make a vertical line across your picture. And this, Winnie the Pooh here, clearly fails the vertical line test. There is multiple points. This graph crosses here on this vertical line, it crosses it multiple times. Therefore, it fails the vertical line test. So this is not a function here. However, when I take my vertical line here and cross it, keep going, keep going, keep going, there's never 2 points, there's never 2 times on this vertical line that this graph crosses at the same time. So this, yes, is a function. This, no, is not. This fails the vertical line test. This passes the vertical line test. And then last, evaluating functions. This is actually probably the most important of the 4 examples we talked about. And it's all just evaluating function. This is essentially saying, hey, your unknown variable, f of x, so we're referring to x here, in this equation, x is going to need to equal 3. Here, that same equation, x is going to equal 0. And here, x is going to equal 5. And then we just take that and plug it in for our x coordinates. So f of negative 3 is 3 times negative 3 minus 5. Well, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 minus 5 is negative 14. Okay, well let's try x is 0 here. So f of 0 equals 3 times 0 minus 5. So f of 0 equals 0 minus 5, which is negative 5. And then let's try f of 5 here. So f of 5 is 3 times 5. Oops, I'm going to rewrite this. F of 5 is 3 times 5 minus 5. Always do your order of operations first. We have to multiply first. So 3 times 5 is 15 minus 5. 15 minus 5 is 10. So f of negative 3 equals negative 14. F of 0 equals negative 5. And f of 5 equals 10. Any questions, please bring in tomorrow and we'll go through it. Have a nice night.